everybody has these moments in their life where they'll sit there and be walking down the damn grocery store and just sitting there, you know, walking around, you're not recognizing anybody, you know, or if you do live in a small town, you're recognizing them, but you stopped talking in high school so long ago, it don't matter if you wave no more, you know, they're on their way to death too, just like everybody else. And then you'll see like this can of SpaghettiOs or something, and boom, it goes right back to your childhood, and you got a memory. And then you sort of lose a second and feel okay. And you go pay for the groceries, and then you're fucking. Anyway, I'm doing a little bit of drinking. Everybody's got that one person in their life that really shapes the fabric of who they are. Let's do it. Right here, I should put a picture of my dad. My dad, Doug Jones. Hey, I'm here to entertain. I'm here to tell y'all stories. I'm here to entertain. I'm gonna tell y'all guys 3 stories that really changed my life, really changed who I am, really stepped with me. They shaped me. They cultivated me. They crafted me. Because all 3 of these stories involve one person that's not in my life no more, but definitely shaped me through stories that I'm about to tell you, because he was a big part of them, and that's my dad. So my dad and I don't know what picture I'm putting there, so I'm gonna do some. My daddy. That's my daddy. Let's do the back to back. He's probably in a chair or something. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm the split image of my dad for the most part. I look just like him. Thanks, Dad. He gave me every feature he had, but his nice, freaking, straight, beautiful hair. He never even got a gray head. Never got a gray head. And I'm already getting gray hair. I can feel it because I got my mom's nappy ass head. Sorry, Dad. He could have gave me the damn mullet, you know, because my dad rocked a mean mullet. But anyway, damn, you rocked my daddy had a pretty head of hair, boy. Thanks, Mom. And it just kind of came to me that there's these, you know, there's 3 stories I could tell. Right, little ones right here. 2 happened real close together, and 1 happened right the year he died. Yep, it's depressing. He's dead. He's dead as disco, stiff as a doornail, gone with the wind. But the wind blows every now and then. That's my dad. He's gone. My dad went through hell with me because I think I learned to laugh, like belly laugh, like this. I got this real stupid laugh. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do it on a thing. It sounds like I got a stupid laugh. I developed that laugh. I know had to have happened here because this is one of the first truly funny things I remember. It's a picture, me, Trey, but I'm the size of Finn. A little bigger than Finn. I think I'm in the 3rd or 4th. No, I was in the 6th grade. I was in 5th or 6th grade when this first story happened. In our yard, there's my dad's truck with a trailer behind it. The trailer's holding a boat trailer. And for some reason, my dad could not get this boat trailer to pop loose from the ball. We're outside my house. I'm in 6th grade, so I'm Finn size times 2, and I'm probably running around, and my dad hollers at me, and he's wanting me to come help him break loose his trailer from his truck. He had a boat on a trailer attached to his truck. He couldn't get it to pop off the ball. He wanted his son to help. Now, I don't know if y'all know ingenuity works, but Trey was, and he, you know, I ain't got much strength to him now, but I didn't have none then. But Trey did like to fuck off. So the way I helped, and I'm not sure if he guided me in this direction, and I'm not sure if I just was a genius. Probably a genius. But I got on the tailgate and I was bouncing up and down while he was trying to pull the boat up. Now, very dangerous. It could have popped off, landed on my dad's foot. He had the jack down, you know, there's a jack down on the wheel. So, but either way, that could have broke. So, warning, don't try this at home, especially when I tell you the end. You don't want to try this. Well, I'm sitting there, my little pecker-headed self sitting there bouncing up and down that thing, and all of a sudden, it pops off. It pops off, I'm sitting there bouncing. You know, I was very, very happy. I was like, Dad, we did it! Dad, we got it, Dad! And I look at my father, and he's just staring and doing me. I'm gonna imitate this. He's just staring, like. Well, he didn't have a hat. Like, no blinking whatsoever. No, all emotion, all of what makes a human has left his body, left his face, left his eyes. It's gone. Whatever, my dad was there. He wasn't dead, but he was tampering with death's door. I mean, something happened that took my dad elsewhere, and I believe it was a self-defense mechanism, because my dad was just sitting there, like. I'm gonna keep adding until I get it to like. Yeah, his eyes were wide open like that. And then I looked, and my dad starts to move, because he was frozen too. And what I see is that there's this thing on the side of a trailer that you crank to make the trailer go up and down. Well, when that thing popped off the ball, the crank, my dad had been straddling it. It hit him in the balls. And I ain't talking about it. It hit him in the balls, through the butthole, up to the brain, into space. He went and looked at Jesus and said, "Why? Why, Jesus, why?" And I have never seen something truly, perfectly written for. It was the perfect. It was the most funniest thing I ever seen in my life. And what made it funnier, and this is, at first I was in shock, when I looked and realized that thing was between my dad's legs. He was holding it. So I guess he saw it pop and tried to stop it, because he had a full grip, son. And he went to push it down. And he's just, and when I see him slowly push that thing down between his legs, that's when the infamous Trey belly laugh happened. that laugh. And that laugh got off the tail. I didn't check on my dad now. I already thought what he was doing was great. Good job. Funny as shit. Funniest thing I ever saw. So I went there to my mom, and I opened the door, and I remember I didn't say nothing to my mom. I just sit there and laugh and point. I couldn't even talk. And then my mom came out, and my dad was now on his knees over the tongue of the trailer, sitting there praying to God. And he looked up, and he said, "You fucking think that? Is that funny?" So he's just sitting there, probably just now breathing. He's probably just now starting to breathe. And he just looks up. "Was that funny?" And I was, "Yeah, that's funny as fuck." Truly amazing is what that was. And at such a young age, it did help develop me. Because at such a young age, I learned that you got to expect the unexpected. I never expected a trailer and a boat that kicked my dad in the nuts. Story number 2. Cheers, Dad. I might put in a recording saying, "Hey, Mom, you remember Dad getting hit in the nuts?"
Oh, you remember that time that boat hit my dad in the nuts outside? Yeah.
Second story is the same house. So it was around the same time. I was into this archery. Let's do this like a bow. And I had this big red bow. No compound thing. It was just Robin Hood. Prince Robin Hood. It was a bent piece of stick, painted red with a string. And I had some arrows. Actual arrows, though. And nothing was on the tip. But I was very... back in the day, kids went outside. The internet was just becoming a thing. AOL. To get on the internet, I had to sit there and wait for everybody to get off the phone and then listen to the computer and the internet and technology to scream at me for 3 minutes, making these weird dialogues. And then I got to get on the internet, and it was slow as fuck. But I was able to, talk to girls, see boobies for the first time, and I think I stole a bunch of games. Not Napster though. What was it? Kaza? Yeah, man, pirating was the shit back in the day. Don't do it though. I didn't know no better. I was also poor. Still poor. Either way. Back to me pretending to be Robin Hood. I'll be out there shooting the bow and arrow. You know, like I said, outside. I had a very big imagination, and I had shot the arrow perfect up, and it landed on the roof. Well, what does little old Trey do? I go get the one man that I know will get that arrow off that roof. My hero, my daddy, and my daddy said, "Let's get the extension ladder." So he went and got the extension ladder, and he put it up against that roof. Now, I don't remember if he told me to hold the ladder, but if he did, that's his damn fault. Because remember, Trey is tiny. I'm tiny. You know, the ladder would hold me. I wouldn't hold the ladder. You know, that's it. And it was an extension ladder, and it was extended. But I got there, and a little old Trey, like tiny little Trey, and I held that ladder like this, and I was just looking up at my dad. Now, I swear to God, this is the honest to God truth. I don't care what anybody says. I just held the ladder. That's all I did. And this is what my dad does. He climbs up this ladder. He didn't laugh. I don't think he laughed afterwards either. He climbs up this fucking ladder, y'all. All right, I'm down there holding. And he gets to the top. No, he gets to the top. And now, my dad's literally can reach and grab the arrow. He don't have to get on top of the house. He just has to get his head up there and reach and grab it. It almost fell off. Well, he's at the top of this fucking ladder. I don't know what went through his mind. And all of a sudden, I'm looking up there like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's sitting there, and he's shaking the ladder. Either, I don't know. And I'm sitting there like, what the, you know, because I ain't doing nothing. I'm not even, I'm supposed to be holding the ladder, but I'm not. I got my hands on it, but I ain't do nothing. And all of a sudden, I see my dad. I said, ooh, and he looks over his shoulder right now. I'm telling you, this is what I see. And he looks like this, just like that, over his left shoulder. One time, I remember plain as day. He looks over his left shoulder, one time, and he takes, and die, we always love you. He doesn't dive, son. He just looks like a majestic Hulk, and it was good form. It was pretty. I was in awe. I'm like, I mean, dude, it was a breathtaking. And but he wasn't jumping in the pool. He was jumping to Mother Nature, hard dirt, rock, and dog shit. And he just I can't remember if he I don't even remember the landing, but I remember the sound and the and I can't remember if he rolled. He had to have rolled or something, but it was a that's all. And now this is Trey. You know, picture me looking back. This is what my daddy saw, I guess. And I'm holding the ladder. I'm still doing my job. He got on his feet, said to Tiny Trey, they can't do nothing to that. I can't move the ladder. It ain't going. Why'd you shake the ladder? And even little old Trey at the time knew that was hilarious. That my dad was accusing me of shaking the ladder. To the point I said, I can't move this ladder. What do you mean? Look. What the fuck, Dad? Look. It's still here. I can't do nothing to it. Oh my God! And thank God he didn't get hurt. And oh yeah, here's the thing: the arrow stayed there. He didn't go back up there and get it. I think I climbed up there and got it from there. But I mean, I wasn't. I knew the ladder wasn't going nowhere. So I mean, I guess. But it was just so beautiful. I mean, and you just got pictures. Let's just go back to, I'm telling you, my dad had a mullet. And when I say a mullet, I mean a mullet, son. I mean, like, all right, picture this and then long, I mean, like, there's usually shorts. You know, he dove that jump flapped in the back, you know. He was a fucking swan, son. Beautiful. It looked like a fucking movie. My dad was fucking Jackie Chan or some shit. It was a stunt. It damn sure was a stunt. And it's like a little mini dust cloud came because we had like a dirt driveway and he kind of landed in the dirt driveway. So he had to roll because he scuffled up the dirt because I remember like dust settling down. Why'd you shake the ladder? Dust coming over his damn mullet, his glasses. Anyway, love you, Dad. That was one of the funniest things. Oh yeah, and I did laugh after I defended myself, telling my dad and saying, "Hey, look, man, I can't move this ladder." I got a real good theory of what happened. I guess my dad was a little nervous, and I guess he just kind of was looking down, climbing up that ladder, like, and you know and with them legs got to shaking. He was jumping and jiving, and he jumped and landed. Let's take another little sip. I'm gonna do a little sip to Daddy. I miss you, man. I really do.
Miss you, man. I really do.
Story number 3 includes a much older, 25, 20, 26, 27. I can't. Somewhere can't get my digits, but this is grown up Trey on a cruise with my dad. With a girl, I had a girlfriend on the cruise with me, and like the whole family, we went on a Carnival cruises. And it's called Fantasy, which is so appropriate. It was Carnival Fantasy. Fireball, not a sponsor. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that footage. With the pumpkins. Look, I did Fireball pumpkin. I'm an artist.
Lizard.
Yeah. Or lizard, yeah.
And you can't really tell the bucket's in it. And Fans is like 2 holes. It's kind of like a butt.
The third story is by far one of the best memories of my father that I have. And I am the only person who experienced, well, it sounds like I'm the only one who experienced any of them. That's why these mean so much to me. I'm the only one who's seen them. Oh man, y'all might think I'm lying. I swear to God I'm not lying. This third story involves me and my dad at a bar on Carnival's Fantasy. It was the Upper Deck bar. And my dad liked his Bud Light. And he had to pay like $28 for 3. And Carnival Cruises loved my dad because he was paying that shit. They were giving him merchandise at the end of the cruise. But I went up there and I remember sitting at the bar with my dad. My dad had already engaged in conversation with Miss Plastic Surgery and some dude that was trying to get with her. I was sitting right beside my dad, and my dad was, it was kind of, I remember thinking, this is kind of weird because I'm sitting beside my dad's sitting here. Beside him is Barbie, and beside her is wannabe Kent for the night. And I'm sitting there just looking at the situation going on. Kent, please make me Kent, sitting over here looking at the situation going on. And my dad in this plastic thing is having, listen, plastic surgery helps a lot of people. It helps. I understand it does. Plastic surgery. This girl was getting plastic surgery for the wrong reasons. I'm telling you. She looked, I guess, okay. I like the real thing. I like real people. Okay. Anyway, my dad was in the sexiest mannequin you ever saw. And they were sitting there having the longest conversation. They were just laughing it up. They were, dude, my dad's sitting there just, I don't know what they were talking about. Maybe he's talking to him about when this time a boat hit him in the nuts. But they were just having a great conversation. They were just getting along. Like it wasn't like Donkey Kong. And, and I was just sitting there drinking, and I will never forget the line that I heard come out of my dad's mouth when he said, "Oh Lord." That was the first thing. Honey, the only freeway I do is on the highway. And he was talking about a freeway. Because what had happened, and I saw it without noticing what I was doing, saw it. She said, "Hey, you want to do a three-way?" My daddy said, "Huh?" And she got in his ear, "You want to do a three-way?" A three-way? That's this is what happened. I just didn't realize, because my daddy he made her repeat herself a couple of times, to the point she whispered in his ear, "Go back upstairs with me and this stud right here." And my daddy turned red. My daddy turned red right there. My daddy blushed. My daddy blushed, boy. We. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my God, dude! I was so. He didn't know what to do with himself. I know he was thinking about it. He had to be thinking about it. Him and my mom was already separated. He's on a cruise. He's engaged in a hot conversation with this girl. And I just remember looking back at the guy, dude. And the guy, he seemed down. So I said, "Go on, Pop." I said, "Go on, Pops. You got it." Oh, what? I don't know if he knew, but I told everybody. Like, I shouldn't have told everybody, but I started telling everybody. Like I said, Trey didn't do the laugh. Trey did the supportive pat on the back. Go get him, Tiger, son. And three great stories of my dad. I have a 17-year-old daughter who's about to be 18, and a 6-year-old son. Personally, a bunch of guys that could spend more time with their kids. And I know a bunch of people that are spending time with the kids without paying them any attention. I know. And I know they're not bad people. And I know, it's just these right here are stories I want my son to make a video about. I want my son to be proud knowing that he's going to tell these stories and nobody else can tell these stories. And the only reason I could tell them stories is because I had the time with my dad to tell these stories. And I want to thank y'all for listening. Go get them, Pops. Man, I really wish I could just say. And my daddy said, "Well, come on, bitch." and I saw her going down. I saw her walking around the next day, and my dad put a beating on it. Yeah, let me show you my dad. I don't know if you're gonna get a good picture of that. My dad, he died in 2012. He's been gone for a while, but he won't be forgotten. And he was a stud, boy. That little thing right there, that's me, my mom, and my sister. I'm the little statue. It's like a little doll sitting there. Like a little Cabbage Patch. But anyway. Love you, Dad. Subscribe if I earned it. If you don't think I earned it, don't. And just make memories, man. Because ain't nobody gonna take them from me. Sucker.